So Wrangler Star says that there's certain tools that just give him the fizz, and I know exactly what he's talking about. Well, hi friends, I'm Brian Cosby. This is Provide and Protect, and today I want to do an unboxing and review of the Kin Onion Edition knife and tool sharpener by WorkSharp. And for many years, I've been sharpening knives. I have a whole video on how to sharpen a knife, and I use many of these sharpening systems that I have here in front of us. And I've got one here by Spyderco that's pretty good, and Whetstone, a basic one that you've probably seen different places, a Puck, this little basic one by Lansky here. And I've shown how to use these, and they're all fine for what they are, very, very basic, but you can get a sharp edge on your knife with any of those. And then several years ago, I picked up this WorkSharp sharpener, and this is, I guess, I don't know if this was like an original edition maybe or something, but it's good, but it is very limiting. And you can kind of see on there some of the angles. You got 20 degree here, 40 degree total for your bevel, for your blade. You can take this part off. You can put something like this on that gives you a couple more options, like 50 degrees for, I don't know, heavier duty knives, some scissors, serrated, and you can put this on as well and have that. However, that's it. It doesn't have a variable adjustment speed on this, and sometimes you want to be able to control your speed better, and this just could not do that. And it's not the best quality. It's like a hard plastic. It's okay. But when I saw at the Blade Show in Atlanta, I don't know, this is probably 4 or 5 years ago now, this Kin Onion edition that was, I don't know, more of a professional grade knife sharpener. I said, you know what, one day, I want to get that. And sure enough, here it is. So this edition, it comes with, I'm about to unbox it here for us, but it comes with a variable adjustment speed and a number of other features, an edge guide, which the other one does not have, that I found that was so handy and helpful, because not all blades are created the same, and the angles are different, and sometimes you need those micro adjustments on your sharpening system to get the actual edge. Otherwise, you got to completely just refashion and reshape the bevels on your knives, and I didn't want to do that. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox this and take a look. All right, let's see. We have here got some extra belts in here, a variety, looks like, of belts. I think it said that there's a extra coarse, looks like that one right there, and down to a fine, maybe a medium, or yeah, extra coarse, medium, fine, and it looks like an extra fine. So it comes with those. I did go ahead and purchase a whole nother set of belts, and so this set here, oh, there's a ton of them in there. So I think this goes from an extra coarse all the way to an extra fine. So I'll leave links to all these stuff down below, but let's see what else is in this. So here is your package. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention this, that in the box, this thing looks like a kind of a guide, quick start guide here, and how you will use it. It gives you the kinds of belts that you need to use for various things here. And so this would be for serrated, it says, hunting, pocket, and then over here, kitchen and fillet. I do have a fillet knife, my silver stag. Nice. There's a deer meat for dinner edition fillet knife. So, but yeah, so this would be for kitchen fillet. And so some quick tips. It says total strokes, 10 strokes, 5 per side is what this is saying for your blades. 1 inch a blade per second. So as you're pulling it through, and we'll see this in just a minute. But this is a kind of a handy little guide that just comes with it in the box. They want you to have some stickers and merch, so there you go for that. Work Sharp, register it for warranty, and I guess here is your user guide. Okay, there we go. So nice little user guide comes with it. So let's move this out of the way. So I'm excited about this. So it looks like a, well, actually this is more like a course, not extra course, but course that's on here. And again, this will do bevels, degrees of 15 to 30 degrees. Now that's one side, okay? So the idea is that on one side of your blade here, one side would be 15 degrees, together 30. Or if you go all the way up to 30 degrees, it'd be one side 30 degrees, total of 60. So that's a wide range of blade options, of sharpening options for your blade. So to change this out, it's saying you have this little lever, this right here, that you just kind of push up. And you push that up, then you can take this off. Okay, so I'm not going to do that right now, but you have an edge guide here, so you can somehow, let's see how this works. Oh, you pull this out, turn it. There you go. And this you'd rest the actual blade bevel, the edge, on this as you're pulling it through. So that's kind of handy. So you pull it out again. There you go. Here's the lever right here to rotate what they call the cassette here. And the reason you want to do that, so if you're doing normal knife sharpening, this would just be sitting on the table, and you'd pull it through. But if you want to do, I don't know, machetes, I have a sharpening video on a machete, and I use my old one for that, but all you got to do is push this lever in and rotate this to something like this, and that way you can go along an edge of a machete or a mower blade or something like that. So that's pretty handy, pretty fast as well. Different options for that angle as well. So here is the actual variable adjustment speed trigger right here, and you can adjust the speed by rotating this red dial under here, so you can see this. You can spin this red dial to faster or slower, and you can see the plus and minus there. And the idea being that if you're doing, I don't know, big blades like on a mower blade or a machete, and you wanted to go faster. If you are just doing knives, a little bit slower. So here's a lock, I guess, if you want to just lock that in as you're doing it. Here is the actual adjustment for the angle. So you can see these sides come in and out. There's 15, can go down all the way to 30 here. See that? And these are now wider. And then you come back in. I think you have to kind of push those a little bit to do that. So anyway, but you can adjust the actual, and it's micro adjustments along the way. It's not just, only 15 or only 20, 25. It's micro adjustments along the way. That's pretty nice, pretty handy. You could tell this is just a lot beefier and heavier too. If you look at the comparison between these two, this is a lot heavier than the original. It's wider, you can see that. I don't know, it's just a overall more ergonomic handle than the original. So you can just kind of see the size comparison there between the two. So y'all know how this works, right? We have a sharp knife, Benchmade mug, and we're going to dull it. I hate this. Hate this part. It's just... I just want to make sure that it's fully dulled. Okay. Let's see. what's going to happen with this. Yeah, that's... You see that? That's not going to work. Let's do something about that. I'm going to adjust this speed kind of to a little bit lower. A little bit lower setting. And again, it's not only can I adjust it to the actual speed with this red knob right here, but it also is variable in how firm I press the trigger. That's a unique thing here. Here's the idea. I'm going to go ahead and put the guide on there too and see how that works. So it says to put it on there first and stop it. They want you to stop it when the tip is actually still on the belt, and the reason is because you can see what I've done with this blade, I don't know, a long time ago, is that the point is not as sharp as it should be, okay? And that's because I sharpened this improperly a long time ago. But that's what they said to do, is stop it on the belt and not just go all the way through, otherwise it'll damage the tip. All right, let's go ahead and change this belt to a different belt. Move that out of the way so it don't cut my hand. And so all you do, it says, is you push this up and you can take the belt off, like so. All right. There we go. So there's that belt. Let's do a little bit more of a fine or medium. It's more of a medium fine here. So same idea. Put it back on. I'm sure once I learn how to use this, this will become a lot easier. Yep. Okay. Let's change this one out and put on more of a fine. Let's see. Ooh, that's pretty fine there. I like that one. So let's try this one. This is first use here, folks, on this. Maybe you should put it on the bottom ones first and then push that up, maybe. I think that's what would be easiest to do. Maybe, I think so. Okay, we test it. Okay, good. Let's try this one. Maybe slow enough. Feeling pretty good. All right, let's go with the extra fine here. Let me move this. I think that's part of my problem. Extra fine. Ooh. And this is it's a thinner blade, or sorry, thinner belt. Not sure how if that's gonna affect anything or not. We'll see. See if, okay. So we'll see here. You know what? Let's just see. Let's just see if this is any better. Oh man. I think that's substantially, ooh, let's try to do it slow. I could probably do a little bit more, but compared to what it was, doing it slow is harder than fast. But certainly that is a lot better than that from earlier. So, you know, it works. It works. I feel like I need to, I don't know, just play with it for a while and get better at it and get the rhythm of the trigger and putting it through, stopping it, all of that. But I love that it has the various adjustments that are on here. You know, the degrees of the bevel and the blade, and the variable adjustment speed there. Again, the idea, if you're doing something bigger, big knife, maybe not a knife, but a blade or something, you put this in a vise and you would rotate this. Again, you wouldn't want to do your fine belt on this, but you would move this along the blade. That's the idea for moving this. So yeah, I'm very happy with it, but I do believe I need to just spend a little time working with some other knives, and I have a couple that are dual here that I kind of want to try out as well. So we'll get to work on some of those. So I think I probably saw this initially as more complicated than what it should be. It's really not complicated at all, especially once you get the hang of it and you learn how to use it. But if this has been helpful for you, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you and your support, and we'll see you in the next video.